we have to remember, even in the high speed thing stuff in life, that we're not always going to be here, like joined together. I mean, for eternity we'll be together. We will one day all be together. But the thing is that it's kind of like you really should learn to let go of the small things so that you are more equipped to let go of the big things that might be so hard. And the thing is that we come here not in judgment, but come, in unity, in awareness, and in magnifying God, and praying, and praying the faithful prayer that's just, and anytime you feel like you're begging for this prayer to be answered, you have to ask for help, just like anything else. You have to realize your boundaries and realize that, okay, to ask for help, even if you don't really kind of need the help, ask for help. Or sometimes we get in that rut where we just want somebody to read our mind, or um, we just don't feel like asking. They should just already know, and the thing is it's not that way. And if any of this resonates with you, leave a comment below. Please subscribe. I'll have this on my YouTube channel, the new one, the L.C.G. Divine Healing, which is just an addition to L.C.G., or just an addition to Life Changing Grace. So, and I know some of you are popping on there, Julia. Um, the thing is that we have to we have to find the time to see our loved ones. If it is possible, especially if it's right around the corner, oh my God. So, and you gotta remember, the subconscious mind will make excuses, or make one that makes sense, and we'll get in that habit of searching for that excuse. And then the thing is then excuses aren't from the Lord, so He would never give you a whole bunch of excuses unless there was something behind it that He was trying to prevent you from doing, or for your own safety, or, and he could even do, the devil can even do the same thing so that you don't go somewhere that you're called to go to, that he wants you to go to. And sometimes we just don't want to go. We just don't, it's just like, like in the Bible, he wouldn't listen and get swallowed by the whale, and then he had a second chance and all that. And anyway, he had a pretty, a lot of the stories in the Bible, they're, God made beauty out of their mess. They were just a hot mess, or ignorant, or just, but you got to remember, and the people in the Bible, except for Elijah, mainly, they didn't have the spirit like we have the choice to have the spirit, the divine spirit. And to know the divine spirit, you have to know the demons out there. You had to, and the thing is, we always kind of get to meet them first, or run into them first, and if we speak up and we connect, then we can we can realize that we really aren't alone in this world. But it's like I get in a trap where I just know that I'm not alone, so I reach out, but I don't. People would think that I'm recluse-like or whatever, but I'm still doing inner work too. And if to the day that you pass away and take your journey, you should be doing inner work. You'll be changing constantly, and progressing constantly, even to the last breath that you take. You will have these experiences of life, and the journey. And I tell my testimonies too. I just want to let you know, to all you newcomers and all that are just come into here, and a lot of you know me, and you know of me from the past, and assuming it is as it was, so, we have to shed that always, constantly. So like I've been saying before, when I make these videos, it doesn't mean that I'm not pointing anybody out, but you know what? There's a lot of us out there going through the same thing. I just know there is. So, and when we come together, we can actually look at ourselves in the mirror and admit that, there can be an adjustment taken here and there, or we can definitely learn from doing something that maybe we don't want to do, or we prefer not to do, or a lot of the things that we prefer not to do, or we find these things that get in the way from us doing what we ought to do. It's just it's the devil's tactics, and then it keeps us from doing what we should have done, and we always hate ourselves later. And nobody's more harder on ourselves than us. I mean, we have to not train ourselves in it. We have to untrain ourselves out of that, if we're gonna do any good for anyone else. Because it's one of the things that if you're kind and you try your best to understand where somebody else is coming from, then you can't go wrong. And then you die from the offenses that the guilt, the pain, the stress. You end up finding ways to cope and deal. And you have to do that. You can't just say, oh well, leave it up to God and then that's it. It's not that easy. It's simple, but it's not that easy. You literally have to lift up. And let me see if I can remember where I was at today. I think it was Psalms 27. And he said literally to lift up your thoughts into something. But anyway, I thought it was quite interesting how it was worded. And it was in King James. Now normally when I hear something like that, it's like in the children's NIV. I got one of the little puppy dog. He's this I Spy puppy dog. So investigating the Bible. So anyway, recognize the needs of people or something, or the needs that someone may need that might make their life a little easier. And don't be so hard on yourself. The time is great. So there's always hello, and as you know, there's always an interruption when I'm doing a video. So I wanted to, guilt kills. Guilt kills any fear-based guilt, animosity, hatred, fear, anger. I mean, the thing is, I want to share this with you. When you get angry or an emotion, and anger is like, the utmost emotion that controls you. When you get angry, you black out. Your brain will literally switch off when it is too much stress. And that doesn't mean that you're not, like in the fight, or in a stressful situation and you're so angry. And then and that's the thing, is that if you explode and you end up blacking out and doing something, the thing is it's not just whatever triggered you at that moment. It's the anger from several things that piled up, and it was just like the last straw. So, the thing is that my mother passed away, and I dealt with a lot of guilt there. She passed away. She was calling for me for 3 days. It was like 2 days before she died. I spoke to her a little bit on the phone. She couldn't really talk, but I had promised her that I was on my way. And I wasn't drinking literally because my mom was sick and dying. I had kind of fallen in my relationship with a gentleman, so I started to drinking again, to cope with his thing. So I'm an alcoholic, so it's like after I have 2 or 3 beers, I can't stop. I just want more and more and more. So anyway, I'm a recovered alcoholic. So anyway, it's just the guilt. The guilt can kill you. It will make you so sick if you're holding it in. And I've had really close calls because of the emotion I was stuck in, or the emotions, because a whole bunch of them, for such a long time, the body just breaks down and says, you know what? We've tried everything and we can't help her. So the only other alternative to help the person from that emotional pain or whatever the person went through or whatever it is, because they're stuck in there. Okay, it says, okay, well, we'll just kill it. We'll just kill her. And then when she dies, she won't have no pain. I know that sounds really, really like intense and really far out there, but it's true, in layman's terms, um, I'm learning those. I'm learning the doctor's terms. So I'd say about in a year or two, I'll actually be able to speak them as I'm talking, because I dumbed down my studies, like, for the children, because the sooner, the younger, the better. They don't have to. We can give them tools and make sure they're well equipped to deal with things that are situations and stressful things that are going to happen in life. And it's our ultimate goal to do that. So and I mean all children. I really do. I mean all children. um we have these children that are being dropped off at the border now. That could be a good thing and a bad thing, and America hasn't done all that good with the American children as it is here. Mental wise. I know it's going to take a while to get out of the mess that we have neglected for so long. I totally get that, but I surely hope that there's procedures and strategies and things that they're going to go through with these children if we're going to be taking them in. I just love children. I don't care where they come from. But the thing is that a lot of these children overseas and a lot of these children have been abused, and they're in pain, and we don't want them to take that with them in adulthood. We don't want them to struggle like that. So it's it's our duty to help them heal from whatever devastation they went through. Even like the children, I can't remember where it's at, and I'm not even going to name names because I don't want to be flagged. But the thing is that from the time there's a place, from the time that a child can walk and hold a glass or hold a gun, that child's doing it and is in combat and training, and that's all that child knows. Okay, and I'm talking about these are little children, and they need love. And I understand that. I mean, we have to see it from different perspectives. That there may be a lot of these children that come from a decent home, but their parents have been abused, they've been abused, and I have to say that, I mean, not all people are like this, because some people are wired different, born with something that's not wired right in their brain, and they don't have any concept of feeling for other people. So the thing is that true parents, true caregivers, they want what's better. They want a life that's better for them than they had, or I mean, come on, we can empathize with that. So surely, helping to take in temporary foster kids and all that, it's been a passion of mine. And of course, there's some things that I must do to get it done. I'm waiting for my blessings. So prayers, prayers, prayers. Same to me, same to you, you to me. I love you guys so much. So let's magnify God, and let's not get offended. Let's just come together in unity and agree to stand up, move, and do something about it, instead of just ranting and raving and so anyway, I want to say this is March 24th in 2021, And I gotta remember at the beginning to say that. So, because sometimes I don't know when I'm gonna get the video out there. So, anyway, God bless you guys so much. And I'll join you possibly the next time. I will be way in the country. So, anyway, God bless. And any of you that are sick and you are healed in the name of Jesus. You are anyone that is older and has got any fear of any death and pain, that it be casted out in the name of Jesus and no longer be possessed by that. And the chains are broken in the name of Jesus. The addictions are shattered in the name of Jesus, because he is good and he is great and he shedded his blood for us. So until next time, God bless. Don't, you know, don't have that guilt kill you just because you ought to have done something when somebody was, was with us and we had a chance. So anyway, that's just really why I wanted to get this out there. I know it's out there, and you know, our our loved ones are high risk and everything. So fear not, the Lord is with us. He stands there with us, and no fury darts can penetrate us. So anyway, God bless. Love you. Until next time, bye bye.